Morning, guys. It is Sunday, and as promised, I'm trying to keep up with keeping content out to you guys. I know I promised I was gonna start doing it, and this camera is a little crooked. Hang on, let me adjust this for you. Nope. That's about as level as we're gonna get it. So I promised I was gonna continue to try and get content out. It's busy, especially with stuff going on with the daughter skating now that she's on the US team, and we switched schools so that she has more time to skate. So, but all that aside, I had a knife come in, and you guys know from the title, you know I said it before. I had a knife come in that I fell in love with at the Portland Rose Festival, the Blade Show West in Portland. And it is the EWC by Monterey Bay Knives, designed by Ray Laconico. Now, we're gonna turn around and do this, but I just wanted to let you guys know, and so that if Ray watches this, he hears it. Ray is one of the nicest guys that you're gonna meet ever. He is just a super, super nice guy. I talked to him at the Cali Custom Show. I talked to him at Portland at Blade West. I believe I talked to him at, if I remember right, I talked to him at Vegas at TKI. No, not TKI. The Gathering. So at any rate, what this is it's the EWC. It's Ray's design. It is a non-locking knife, and we're gonna turn around and talk about it. So one last thing, if you guys, there's people that can keep complaining about the music. The music is at the same level as the rest of the audio. I edit the audio down to one level. If it's loud, it depends on what platform you're on. If it's loud, here's your warning. Turn it down if you're wearing headphones, because here comes the... So, what is an EWC? So, an EWC stands for Everywhere Carry. And the reason they can say that is it is a non-locking knife. So a lot of places that have strict regulations about knives with locking mechanisms, such as Europe and things like that, this could be considered a knife that you could carry. Now, Canada, that's still gonna be a deal breaker. It's still going to be a deal breaker. You're not going to be able to get it into Canada because they have a prohibition against flipping knives because they fall under their gravity knives movement laws and stuff like that. So with that being said, what you get is a really, really awesome, super light, comfortable knife. The pocket clip, even though I'm not a fan of these pocket clips, the pocket clip's great. The retention on, I'm wearing my sweatpants still. It's snappy, it's great. There's no tick to it, and it's comfortable. This knife is so light and comfortable, and you forget how much some of the intrusive, even on Elliott's knives, this is way more hot spot ridden than this. As much as I love Elliott's designs, because you don't have a lip here and things like that. So we are going to turn the camera around, but I wanted to give you a little bit about the knife. So this one came in from a customer, and I have carried it, I have used it. I've had a hard time keeping it out of my pocket. I wanted to take it to work, but I didn't want to damage the finish. This is a very nice design knife in a very thin behind the edge blade in M390 that just is, it's so easy to carry. And we'll get into it, we'll turn around and we'll take a good look at it. I'm really excited about this. This, I can honestly say, is a knife that, even though I've said it, I have no intention of selling, or buy, I had said I had no intention of buying a new knife. There's going to be one of these in my collection. There will be one of these in my collection. So what this is this is Ray Laconico's design through a guy named Sanford. I think it's Sanford Owen, if I remember correctly. And what they did was they decided they wanted to get to work together and make some really good knives, and they've really done it. And so I talked with Sanford and the guys. Ray didn't want to be in a video. I talked to him about this knife at length. We were supposed to get together and have one from them come to me for a video, and we so busy we neither one connected. But I did get this one from a customer, and I'll tell you, I love it every bit as much now as I did at the show, probably even more because now I've had a chance to carry it. I used it for a few things. We'll talk about that when we're doing the top down so you can see. I can explain some of that to you. I've used it for a few things around the house here. Nothing hard use. Like I said, it's not mine. But with that being said, let's turn this around and let's take a good, because you're not going to be able to see it from this reverse. It's a small, diminutive, not a very big knife at all. And it is really comfortable to carry. You forget it's in your pocket. So, but let's do this. Let's turn it around. I'll talk to you about the things that I did with it, some of the testing I put it through while we're looking at it from the other camera angle. All right, guys, what have we got here? We've got like $75 worth of toilet paper right here. No, I'm just kidding. This is the Monterey Bay Knives EWC, designed by Ray Laconico, like I said. What you got is you've got a 3-inch blade in M390, really nice and thin behind the edge, full flat grind, nice leaf style blade. I have a knife that has a blade shape like this, a lot like this, and it is in a cold steel Enigma. Same kind of style blade, nice leaf style blade, really, really useful, nice shape. Carbon fiber handles, titanium pocket clip. But if you look, there is no lock. There is no lock bar. There's no liner lock. There is nothing. So what this is it is a double detent. So it locks in the closed position, and then it locks in the open position, and you just overcome that detent. Now, I had a lot of people say, I don't know why you like that. That seems dangerous. It's not, it's not going to be something that's safe to use. I've used it a bunch around the house here, and I'm going to tell you, I don't have a problem with this knife at all. If you are careful when you open and close it, and careful in use, you'll have no problems with this knife because you're cutting this way. The only thing I can see is if you're one of those guys that gets way up and then puts, let me get my fingers out of the way, you could snap that lock over if you're pushing that way. But if you're using it where you're supposed to put your hands, this knife works really well. Now, the only thing I've done with it really was I cut down some boxes. Not heavy duty boxes or anything like that. It's M390, holds a pretty good edge. You got the Monterey Bay Knife Works logo right there, Ray Laconico's name right there. And then if you look down and you can kind of see there is a lock bar. Now I've had this knife apart because, not to call anybody out, I'm not going to tell you the owner had done a little bit of removal of jimping and had put the knife together a little incorrectly. And so I put the knife back together and evened everything out, and so now it's nice and even. But when I took it apart, I was surprised to see it looks just like a regular liner lock without a lock interface on the front. So it's just another detent hole. You hear it click in, and then there's just another one up here that if you go like this, you can hear it click in. See? So the detent ball, it's just got 2 holes, detent ball. It's really simple. But what it allows you is a flipping knife with no lock. And that means that that opens up the avenues for this to be used in areas where typically your flipper knives are not, because you've got a lock on them. And places like England, there's certain places that the knife has got to be a non-locking, almost slip joint. Carbon fiber on this was done beautifully. Like I said, pocket clip's a little proud, but it's not a hot spot. It really is not. It's a really, really comfortable knife. And in use, I did a little bit of food prep yesterday. I made carne asada, and I was cutting up the carne asada into smaller pieces so I could make it for burritos, and it performed very well. It's really thin. This is like a nice little pocket knife that you would carry for like some small duty tasks. This would be something if you're in an office situation, this would be a knife that I would say would be a good gentleman's carry. It's got, I didn't get it quite on there, but, now this is not a front flipper. They're calling this a top flipper. I usually have trouble with these. The reason I like this so much is I like the idea of front flippers and top flippers, but with my hands, we've already talked about the fact that I have to wear double XL gloves on the job site because I blow the fingers out of XL gloves. This is perfect because with it not having a lock bar, my problem is with my hands, once I get a front flipper in hand, I wind up putting tension on the lock bar, and then I have a hard time deploying it because I've got too much tension on that lock bar. It's the same problem I had with the 8015 and the Scorpion lock. But this, I don't have that problem because obviously there is no place where I'm putting pressure on anything that's going to affect the mechanism. And so it just flies open, nice, clean, straight line profile, flat as get out right here. You don't have anything really raised. I mean, there's just a tiny, tiny, tiny spot where it looks like it's redacted, just a little bit. Beautiful carbon fiber, nice pocket clip. Construction put together really well. Now, I'm not sure 100% where these are manufactured. I've been told that Kaiser is doing some of the work for them. I do know they have some mid-tech ones that are made in-house. But all in all, this knife is just about perfect. This is about as perfect as I've found in a small utility gentleman's carry in a very long time. And I'm sorry, I know that I keep getting it out of focus. So let's take a look. Like I said, you have a 3-inch blade and a 3 3/4 inch handle, I believe. Hang on, I have it right here. It is a 3 3/4 inch handle with 3-inch blade. Now I don't know the overall length because that's if you snap it real hard, sometimes you'll get a kickback where it'll kick back shut. 3 3/4 inch handle, 3-inch blade, M390, full flat grind, beautifully thin behind the edge. I have not sharpened this. I probably will sharpen this for this customer just because he sent this to me strictly for use in a video. So he will probably wind up getting a free sharpening out of it because I have used it. Like I said, I cut down some boxes, works great for that. The lack of a lock does not seem to really affect it. But while I stand here pontificating, let's get a quick look at this thing. In ounces, you're looking at 2 ounces. 2 ounces. That is not a very heavy knife. Let's look at it in grams. 59 grams. That is not at all a heavy knife. And like I said, office situation where you might be in thin pants wearing, say, slacks or a suit, and you still want a knife to carry, this pocket clip works, pardon me, extremely well. I went to the commissary yesterday, but I caught coronavirus. This thing works extremely well in all the pants that I've worn. Thick material, thin material. A lot of times you get pocket clips, and if the material's too thin, they just don't want to attach. Not a problem with this. This pocket clip, like I said, pardon me. Sorry about that, guys. I'm still going to be sneezing, but it's not anything to worry about because holy crap, I can't even get this out. I keep sneezing. It's been raining enough here. The green dust that comes out of the pine trees in our area is just everywhere, and I'm allergic to it. So it's allergies that's bothering me right now. So like I was saying, this pocket clip, holy cow. This pocket clip is, I thought they were all gone. I thought I had gotten rid of all my sneezes. Anyway, the pocket clip on this is great for thin pants. And with it being so light, even in a pair of like track shorts or track pants, something like that, where you would like to have a pocket knife, it really, really does sit well. This would not be like something I would consider a hard use carry. This is more of a gentleman's folder that you would carry, like I said, in a situation like right now, I'm wearing track pants. I'm wearing like a pair of Adidas track pants. And it has enough tension to stay and not slip around like some of your other pocket clips do, but still not too much tension that when you put it in a pair of jeans that it's, like trying to rip your pockets when you pull it out. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this up close. It is so sweet. You know what it almost reminds me of? The lines on it remind me of a Pacheco that I saw. That, I mean, granted, it was a lot different, but the general lines and how clean this is and stuff like that, it kind of reminds me of that. And then there was another knife that I saw called the Pill or the Vitamin. I can't remember what it was called, but it looked like a pill, and it was ugly. But this has some of those same design aesthetics that have been taken a different direction that make it look really cool. And if you happen to be a guy that's going to carry this outdoors, you'd be happy to know that the spine has not been crowned over. You can see right there. You can strike a ferrule rod on this. So let's get this turned back around and let's talk about it a little bit more. So, like I said, I really, really like this knife. It is an incredible little everyday carry knife. It's not going to replace something more robust like this that I carry on the job site every day. This Wee Minax in 20 CV. That it's never going to be able to replace something like that, or a hard use knife. But what it is it allows you a little bit of an option, or, you know, to carry. And like I said, with it being so light, there's not many scenarios that you can't carry this in. Like I said, I'm wearing pajamas, and I'm going to put it in my pocket. You can listen to the pocket clip disengage off of a pair of pants that is about the same thickness of this shirt. Nice little click. It's not super tight. It's a nice flexible pocket clip. So, with that being said, I know this video is going to be a little bit longer because I truly, truly do love this knife. And I like the guys. I like the guys at Monterey Bay Knives, Sanford, and I can't remember the other guy, but he looks like he could be a twin for, oh fuck, now I can't think of his name. I'll think of it. But yeah, it's a very, 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 very well done knife. I will be getting one of these. Right now, they are not in stock anywhere I've seen. I believe they were 180, if I remember correctly. They were 180 when they were done. I don't know if there's different versions. I think they're all pretty much the same. But you can't go wrong with it. And like I said, finally a top or front flipper that I can use, and it's a fun little fidget. If you're holding it right, there is no danger. Oh, every once in a while I miss it. Nice quality knife, guys. I will be doing another video today. I'm finally going to get around. I finally have the motivation, and I finally feel like doing it. I am finally going to get around to making the video about that Strider custom that is still for sale that I've had since the Cali Custom Show. Got it directly from Mick Strider himself. It's probably the best Strider I've had. Hands down. Any of the customs that have come in for sharpening, any of that stuff, this is probably the best one, hands down. It is smooth. It's no lock rock. It is gorgeous. And it's just not something I'm going to keep. I'm going to put it up for sale. But the thing is, it's growing on me, and if we don't sell it soon, I'm going to wind up keeping it. But I will be doing that video today. Guys, if you want to help out and support my daughter's ice skating, there will be a link in the to her GoFundMe in the comments below. And as soon as I can figure out on my new computer how to put it doesn't work the same. I've got to put in my links to my Patreon and stuff like that. So I'm going to start putting those in at the end screens again, and videos that YouTube thinks you like. Yesterday's live feed, I had somebody comment, you know, hey, the grid's not going to go down, stop scaring people. As I was not trying to scare anyone. That was basically the worst case scenario. Did I go and buy $200 worth of dry goods and stuff like that? Yeah, but not for that express purpose. I got a lot of that stuff strictly because I don't have to go to the store. After the nightmare and zoo that the store was yesterday, I do not want to have to go back and deal with that. So don't think that I was fear-mongering and things like that. No, I wasn't. I did not buy any toilet paper. They had some, you could get it if you went and talked to them. It was like one pack per customer. So you had to talk to them about it. They had it available, it just wasn't on the shelves with the base commissary. So just think ahead. It might not necessarily be that you want to stockpile stuff because you think that the world's coming to an end, but it might be nice just to have it until some of the other panicky maniacs have come off the ledge, so you don't have to deal with necessarily being in that kind of a crazy zoo situation. Yeah, gonna start the other videos shortly after this. I'll start doing some edit. You guys, I love you guys. I get so many comments from you guys, and I get emails and texts that are just amazing about things that people want me to do in videos. I would like that to continue. In the comments section below, please, if you can do it, just let me know what you would like to see on the channel. And if it's something, if you have something that you would like to put on a channel, I'm up for you just sending me this stuff, and then we work out the details of me doing a video. The only thing is, videos take longer these days, so your stuff might be here for a little while. Same with sharpening. I've got most of my sharpening stuff finished, except for the knife that came with this for actual sharpening service. So I'm working my way and I've got my rhythm figured out. It just takes a little longer to get stuff done these days. So that's it, guys. I love you all. Take it easy. Take care of yourselves. Be careful. Wash your hands. Try to isolate yourself socially. That's what this is all about. Isolate yourself socially. There's less chance of you actually getting sick. And I will see you in the next video. It didn't work. It didn't work. I might have to do it this way. Sorry, guys.